Ladies and gentlemen, this is Smash My Foot, and I am so ecstatic to bring you Steaming Pile Episode 3. The game we're looking at today is Tadpole Treble, a game I've actually played before, and beat before. And I am so happy I'm gonna have the chance to play 15 minutes of it and share it with you. Now, unfortunately, since I just reinstalled everything on my computer and my save didn't carry over, we're gonna start from square one. So, you get to see the first 15 minutes of the game right here. Let's get started. We're gonna go with adventure mode here in a second, but just so you know, in this game you can actually compose your own stages or songs, as well as upload the leaderboards. There's extra features, options, and you can also go back. I already maxed out the graphics settings, so we'll start with the adventure mode. So the premise of this game is you play as a tadpole. I know you probably couldn't guess based on, you know, Tadpole Pond is the first level, as well as the game's name Tadpole Treble. But the game designer, Matthew Toronto, actually designed this game in such a way that the music staff is the level itself. So if you notice, these obstacles are actual notes in the soundtrack. This is a pseudo-rhythm game, and I didn't think I'd get to actually play any rhythm games for this show, simply because rhythm games tend to have licensed soundtracks that get their videos taken off YouTube. So yeah, this is great. I'm really glad that this one came up in the roll. So this game is playable with both a gamepad. I actually beat the game while playing in big picture mode on the gamepad. Right now I'm playing with my mouse and keyboard on my computer. Use the arrow keys as well as the spacebar, and my timing's a little bit off. But as you can see, this game is really charming. You're dodging these little obstacles, and for everyone you dodge, you get points. Using the spacebar to actually flick those little symbol-looking symbols there will actually send you on a separate path. These bubbles can be used for cash in the shop that we'll get to later in the game. And, yeah. Like, everything is just really tight. It's timed really well. The art style is great. You might know the name Matthew Toronto from the popular webcomic Brawl in the Family, which actually stopped publication. Gosh, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. It's great, though. It's an awesome webcomic. It's one of my favorites. So something that the game will mention eventually is if you hold down the spacebar, you actually charge up your super mode, which you can see in the upper, towards the top of the screen where it says treble charge. You can actually break these obstacles. Normally you take damage if you hit them, but if you break them while doing treble charge, you actually get extra points. I'm not gonna go through there. I don't think I can make it through. It's been a while since I played this game. This is one of those games where I'd love to speedrun to get to one of my favorite levels to show everyone. But since it's a rhythm game, you can't really speedrun, per se. I guess the closest thing you can do is just not die. Wait, that's too far. So I don't know if you noticed, but in the background, you can actually see the tadpole, whose name is Baton. You can see her parents go in the background following her around. And this game, not only is it a rhythm game in that you have these different songs that you get to play, but there's actually an overarching story and plot. So right here, a bird actually caught us in its mouth, and oh, I got a sea rake. Which is alright. Anyways, we got caught by this bird, and now we're going to follow some cutscenes here that's going to show the story of the game, where you can find out what happens to Baton. So I'll just let the soundtrack speak for itself, and I'll be quiet for a second here. And we broke out. So I get to continue to the second level of the game. Now, the game designer, Matthew Toronto of Bitfinity Studios, is a pretty big Nintendo fan. And I like this world map. It kind of reminds me of Super Mario World. Anyways, we were at the very bottom where the tadpole pond was, and the bird took us all the way to the top, and we have to make our way all the way down where we'll go through several different stages. So let's go ahead and get into Trout Tributary and get this party started. Now, for those of you that play on consoles, you can actually get this game on the Nintendo Wii U. I don't know if this game is ported to any other platforms at this point, but it is available on the Wii U. Can't comment on how good the Wii U version is because I bought the Steam version. Ow. So there are health pickups, thank goodness. Ow. That's a little too slow. So you have to kind of hit the spacebar prompts a little early. I think that's my problem, is I'm hitting them late. There we go. Kind of hitting it, maybe hitting the spacebar just a little too loud, just because I have a really loud keyboard. That's alright though. Let's get full health. Now these fish are enemies as well, and I don't know if they do one-hit kills or if they just damage you, but make sure you dodge them. Hazards can come from both the left and the right side of the screen. We can actually use our tadpole... Oh no. I got my tadpole charge animation interrupted. Now we can take out these little note mines, but it looks like the fish you can't actually defeat. Alright, let's swim through this little pot right here. This doesn't have analog movement where you can freely move up and down, slow or fast. You actually, every tap on your arrow keys will move up half a step in the staff. Half a step on the staff. Using some musical terms here because that's what this game is. It's one of the most faithful musical games you can say, faithful to the concept of the genre, because the whole level is music. Not every note in the soundtrack is shown up on the staff here, but the majority of the melody is, at the very least. Now, I did play the bass guitar for the intro and outro on these videos, but I'm not a huge musician. I'm not classically trained or anything, so if any of you in the comments have a little more insight, please, please, please share with us in the comment section below. Just gotta make sure we collect these. Wonderful, we made it to the end. And I got a B rank that time. Awesome. I think I should have enough time to squeeze one or two more levels in. So let's hurry on up to the turtle pipes. Now there is a shop where you can cash in these bubbles that you collect in the stages in order to unlock different secrets in the game. I don't know if I'll reach that before 15 minutes is up, but we can try. Now each stage has its own original music composed by the game designer, who is also a musical composer. If you've read the Brawl in the Family comics, you've probably heard Matthew Toronto sing a few different tribute songs as episodes of his comic. Ooh, I have to be careful here because the turtle can actually eat us. So you see those little kind of red splotches are where the turtle's going to chomp. And I don't know if it's a one-hit kill or if it's just damage, but be careful. But anyways, oh dang. So each obstacle that you dodge is worth 30 points. If you get hit, it resets down to 1 and then counts up from there. Anyways, each stage actually has its own specific theme. And in this case, since we're trying to escape this turtle, it's, we have this kind of slow horns playing here. Ooh, I want the secret though. And there's different instruments used in each of them. In fact, there's a couple of stages that, like there's one that uses chiptune, there's one that... Actually, there's more than one stage that has actual singing. And the indie game designer of this game is actually quite good at singing, so it's a treat. Wonderful. I tried to go for the gusto, and I suffered for it. I got that secret little bubble there at the end. A rank! Oh, and I got an achievement. And I got the challenge flag acquired. Perfect. I actually did really well in that level. Let's hurry, hurry, hurry. I think this will be the last level of our little playthrough. I honestly didn't start the timer until after I finished the first level. But this is one of my favorite levels. Everything is chiptune themed, so we've got a low res, our low res character here, Baton, and all instruments sound like that old school NES, that very distinctive sound that everyone loves. Just let it speak for itself. I missed it, dang. I don't know if I actually bought the soundtrack to this game, but if you look into getting this game, look into getting the soundtrack too, because it's great. I mean, it's a music game, what do you expect, right? Alright. Lucky that duck didn't eat me, actually. I tried to attack it, but I didn't know if it would do anything. And it didn't. In one of the later levels, I believe you can attack things and it will actually do something. I mean, as a tadpole, there's not too many things that you can really beat out in the animal world. Oh, I did hit it. Beautiful. Let's keep on going through here. I realize I'm not giving too much commentary over this level. This kind of gushed about this game already for several minutes. It's an awesome game. I have no reservations about this one, especially if it's on sale. If you can find it on sale on Steam, like, seriously pick it up. Even if you think you don't like music games, just do it anyway. It's an awesome game. Switch here to some synth guitars. Alright. It's gonna get really tricky here, because the more complicated the melodies get, the more complicated the obstacles get, so that means you have to really focus to dodge. Alright, 85 out of 100 bubbles, and I got an A rank. And I have my treble charge full! I didn't use it! Oh man. That's too bad. That's the next one, Midnight Bayou. Ah, alright. This is probably my favorite level in the game, is Midnight Bayou, but I'm gonna stop it right here. I might come back and revisit Tadpole Treble for maybe a second Let's Play series. But I played this game for about 15 minutes. I can already tell you, I recommend it. The only reason I stopped playing it is because I beat the game. But the custom levels are really a treat to do. I'm not going to demonstrate how to make the custom levels right now because it takes a long time to make a good composition here. But I'll go ahead and show it right here. There's just this disclaimer that lets you know if you're going to be using other people's levels, then, you know, there might be some naughty stuff. You accept that risk. Anywho, on the Wii U, on the Wii U version, I'm sure you use the touchscreen in order to place all of these, but on the PC version that I'm playing here, you notice I have the mouse out. You can actually put in the different elements that you want. So, for example, if I want to have the individual health pickups, I could just put them in here. You can put in obstacles like this right here. And if you notice at the bottom, every time I place something, it changes the QR code. You can share your levels online with your friends. Or strangers, whichever you'd like. You can also change baton to plain or invincible. You can change the time signature from 3-4 to 4-4. You have the different themes. Looks like you unlock more themes by playing through the game, which I should have unlocked, but like I said, my save didn't carry over. It's really robust. The replay value in this game is tied up in whether or not you want to hit the high scores. If you collect enough of those bubbles, and you get to the shop, which shows up, I want to say, after another level or two past where I was, you can unlock these extras right here. There's actually a gallery of all the different animals that show up here, so there's also some educational value to this game. So if you're a parent and you want to get a game for your kids and help them learn about animals and such, this might be a great way to do it. That said, this has been Tadpole Treble. I enjoy this game. I totally recommend it. I might actually start diving back into playing some custom levels. I wouldn't say this is a hidden gem, but this is definitely a gem that I found in my steaming pile of Steam games. If you're a hardcore musician, you play a bunch of different instruments and such, let me know if the level geometry actually does correspond with the notes playing in the background. Just because I can play a little bit of guitar and bass, you heard me play bass for the intro, just because I can play those instruments doesn't mean I can actually read music. That said, thank you very much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Please subscribe, so that way you don't miss the next episode of Steaming Pile, or my other content. I'll catch you next time. This is Smash My Foot. Have a wonderful day.